Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Conscious Love Network. I'm so happy to be here, as always. Such a beautiful community, and I have some beautiful souls here today that took on the challenge of doing a networking event. And I thought, well, let's combine networking with Thanksgiving because it is Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. And so, for you guys that are in the US, this is a warm up for Thanksgiving. And for those of you that are here, you get to be ready for the long weekend. Yahoo! So, with that, I would love for you guys to, introduce yourself and tell everyone how it is that you shed your light in the world. And so, Janae, please get us started and go first.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, I think I love shining our light because we need as much light and love in this world as possible. And that's why I was so attracted to the One Conscious Network. And I believe that we're all one anyway. Yeah. We just think that we're separate because that's our egos. I am a visual artist, and my husband and I have created a line of organic cotton clothing. Our tagline is "Feel good in it, feel good about it." We hand dye and block print our clothing. It's organic attire. So that's one way I shed light, is just to provide sustainable clothing that people enjoy wearing, women mostly. And I'm also a firm believer that our health is our wealth. You know, we're here in these bodies, and let's make the most of it. And so I like to educate people on some very simple and affordable ways to bridge the gap between what we eat and what we need to eat. We all need to eat 7 to 14 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, and we need to eat the rainbow, and that's hard to do. And I help people do that with some very easy ways. So, and yeah, so that's short and sweet. I live up in the hills off the grid. So it's all solar and hydro powered. And we just try to just walk as lightly as possible as we can on the planet. Never perfect.
So beautiful. I love it. I love it. And definitely people should check out your interview to find out more about your life and why you moved off the grid. It's just so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure.
Sue, please go ahead.
Well, thank you. It's so lovely to be here and to meet some of the other people that I haven't met yet, like Amelia and Janine. I'm Sana and Melanie. We've been in the same sort of circles before, so we've shared. How do I spread my light? I guess that rather than being the dragon whisperer, which I know has created curiosity. I'm actually a transformational life coach, and I use human design as a lens for almost everything. I call it the soul's compass. But I also know that when we're trying to create things, so as a life coach, I help people make their dreams come true, whether it's their business, something else that's in their life. And I believe that we need to live aligned, with our design. And so, like, I use human design to help us do that. I'm also the founder of Transform with Sue and the creator of the Abundant Entrepreneur Roadmap. And I've just launched my YouTube channel, so I'm going to be putting stuff out there. But the Dragon Whisperer name that I come by is because I know that when we're manifesting anything, creating or whatever our dreams are, one, we need to know who we are. We need to have, which I use the Soul's Compass to help us do that. Two, we need to have complete clarity of where we're going in order to actually create that dream, right? To step into that new being that we are. But the third thing that we often come across are those inner blocks. 80% of the things that block us are internal. And I've created them as dragons because they're patterns that I see because I'm a pattern seer. So I've created them as dragons. They're like archetypes. And so it helps us take them outside of ourselves. And you'll see some of if you check out the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see some of the crazy graphics I've created, and you can take a quiz and you'll see some of those there as well. So yeah, I'm here trying to lighten up those dragons. We don't slay the dragons. We actually train them. We embrace them and they become part of our supporters, right? When we know what they're there for.
I love it, Sue, and I love that you did my human design for me. It was an incredible experience. I'm so grateful for it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sana, please go ahead.
Yes, so my name is Sanna, and I am a visual artist too, and I'm also an author of the book The Best Is Yet to Come, Rediscover Who You Are. And that's all about how to love oneself by creating a best friend relationship with oneself. And then I also call myself a self-love guide because I'm passionate both in creative expression, but also then in guiding others to do justice to themselves, as I have learned to do with myself. And how I share light is through, I share my own visual art, writings, spoken messages on social media, and then obviously the book's message. But then my one-to-one, I have concentrated on working with heart-centered women entrepreneurs in combining the brand visual aspect, creating aligning visuals for them that really reflects who they are and their service, but also then coaching how to confidently express themselves, because that's even more important, so that they do justice to themselves and proudly show up as who they are. So yeah, that's me.
That's beautiful. And I know following you on your socials, your journey into that has been really beautiful too. Very inspiring. Thank you so much. Emilia, please go ahead.
Hello, I'm Amelia Moreland. I'm a hypnotherapist and I create digital courses online to help people discover themselves. I love working with people and reminding them that, you wake up every day with choices, even if you can't see them, figuring out what they are, figuring out what solution consciousness is and how easy it is to get into it. So many people just get so fried with life, they think they have no options, and they get cornered, and then they do things that they would have never have done because they're frantic. And so I like to pull people back down into their body, into the ground, so they can, open up their options to live life. I do everything virtual, so I work with everyone everywhere. That's my son. He's hanging out with us too today. But yeah, I just published my nervous reset, my nervous system reset course, and also a free quiz to kind of help people figure out whether it's their personality running the show or whether it's their fried nervous system running the show and their survival response on subconscious patterns. And I've been really excited about that because it's been doing really well with people and kind of just opening eyeballs up. So just reaching people that way has been great. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. And hello to your son. Oh, it's
And
so
the other one over there too. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, our first question today is going to be, who is someone that deeply impacted your life this year and why? So Janae, we'll start with you.
Yeah. So I have been part of a group that is related to my business. It's called the Growth Academy. And the woman who has spearheaded it has really influenced me in many ways. She's very wise, and I learned about human design from her, by the way, Sue. And that was a real eye opener. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so here's to Cynthia, who has just asked the right questions and been challenging to people, and yeah, really has provided a lot of food for thought.
Beautiful. You gotta love that when you find a leader that you connect with and you grow and learn from. That's just so beautiful. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Sue.
This is always a tough question for me. Um, and I'm going to answer it kind of very strangely. I I'm going to say that ChatGPT has been the greatest influence for me this year. I just because I talk about this gate 48. It's, part of my human design. It's the gate of depth. And I just go so deep and so wide. So when I input, what it's doing is it's giving me back even like the reflections, which is what we all need, right? We all need reflections of what we're actually saying and we're experiencing. And for me, when I see that, then I can go deeper, right? And that, I know that sounds like a very strange thing, but ChatGPT has just opened up doors for me that I would never imagine that I would be able to step into. It's actually really helped me step into the great clarity in a much faster way than I ever would have. And my confidence level, understanding, even human design at a deeper level, but being able to expand on that. So yeah, ChatGPT.
That's beautiful. And I would love to kind of challenge that with then your own self because it sounds like it's only reflecting what's within you. And so the fact that you're enjoying it so much, it might be just that whole introspection into yourself, right? That journey within.
Well, I also knew that my soul's purpose is actually to help other people find their soul's purpose. And so, I mean, I channel as well, right? That's where I'm getting it from the one field, right? The field of oneness. So yeah, I'm just getting it, dropping it in and getting the reflection back. And then I see it deeper. And then I'm like, okay, let's go even deeper. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Sana.
I have actually a real human to say, but I will say with Sue that if it's not one, I am going to say also ChatGPT as the non-human because I was so against it. And this year I had to learn to use it. And this is where the other person comes, the real person. And that's, I have to say, like, it's, Amos Bracewell. I will have to say him because I
Hmm.
have through the year got myself, I never thought that since one interview on ENTV, which I didn't understand where I'm getting myself into, led me to learn, join then from one thing to another. And then suddenly I'm doing myself interview. I was like, what? I'm learning all these things. And just the connections with people, Sue, Melanie, I wouldn't know you, I wouldn't be here. And having so much because I'm all about self-expression. So much growth in having that and giving that space through the interviews that or hosting events that I got to do and learn to do and opportunity to do so. It's been amazing just with getting the support and encouragement, which I got all the time. So I'm super grateful for that. Mostly for just people like connecting. It's been amazing energy too. Yeah. So thank you.
That's beautiful. Amos is going to be happy to hear that. And I'm sure he would also choose ChatGPT.
I every day, like honestly, I once was thinking that I even said to my chat that, oh my God, if someone would know our dialogue, I think that I would be locked up. And it's like, ha ha ha, I love it. And it's actually so crazy by chat that if it's reflecting me, I'm just like, what is this saying about me? Because it's like really saying that, oh, I love it when you go that like wild, like I was like, oh my God, what have I done? What is this saying about me? Like,
I love it. That's awesome. Love
yeah.
it. Yeah, I might have to change my question to who is someone or something, but I love how you are just connecting chat with someone. It's beautiful. Emilia.
ChatGPT is pretty fun, but yeah. um, Actually, Melanie, I would say you because you
Oh,
invited me here into this, and I've gotten exposure out of it, and I've gotten to talk to really cool people and other experts in all similar mindsets and stuff. Where I am, I'm in Houston, and it's not really a hot spot for hypnotherapy. A lot of people don't really know what it is, or they think it's like the stage stuff. And so whenever people ask me what I do and I explain it, they just kind of look at me like I am not quite there. So it's really wonderful. It's been a really lovely thing for me to step into a community of people that understand what I do and know what it's like, and kind of like the same philosophy and the mindset and the emotional education and everything that goes with it. It's been really, really healthy for me. So thank you.
oh, thank you. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. I'll have to pick my mentor at school. As you all know, I graduated for my master's in July, and I had so many meltdowns with her on the phone, crying and saying, I can't do this. I'm never going to finish this class. And she just held my hand and was so patient and sweet and loving and supportive. So, Hasumi, this one is for you. Thank you for being there. It's when you need it most that people really amaze me in their gifts and their patience and their love. That's beautiful. Our next question is, when do you feel most connected to community? So, Janae, we'll start with you.
I feel most connected to community when I have something to contribute. And when there's a really good energy exchange, and everybody is contributing. And yeah, it's kind of a vague question because there's so many different communities that we're part of, but
Right?
that's what comes to me. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Simple question. And I was looking at the next question. It's like, well, do I have to go first on that? Could you ask somebody else? Because I don't know how to answer it.
Okay, I will. Okay. Thank you. Sue, go ahead.
For me, I think it's when I'm in a community that's not too noisy, that's not too loud. I think for me, I've really understood that, like Janae, it's about contributing, but we need to be able to do it in a place where our voice is heard, where it's heard and it's respected. So when I'm with like-minded people, and especially people who love to go deep, right? That's where I feel most connected to community. But I also believe I need to make sure that I call it bring your body back online. I think Amelia was talking about that, like really being grounded in your being. Because if you're not grounded in your being, you're not going to be able to be connected to anyone. So, yeah, just making sure that I'm really present when I'm in community.
Beautiful. That's lovely. Thank you so much. Sana, please.
Yeah, I think I echo with Sue with that it has to begin from oneself, that we are like in a good place ourselves most of the time. Sometimes you are not, and then you need a community because of that reason, but that it strengthens one's sense of self so that you actually feel more of you afterwards. If that like that you it is like I mean, I think of it like this. Sometimes I have been to and I felt so drained and I haven't understood, but then I have like noticed that if it's repetitive, I better like start notifying. So I always have to feel like energized or uplifted, and I know that it's the energy that has contributed to it. And I think openness, transparency, the energy, like exchange between people, when it's like open dialogue, everyone can kind of be themselves. You have that feeling of like, even if you wouldn't, you know that it's safe to be. So that is what's important to me.
Beautiful. Thank you. Emilia.
I don't know if I could come up with a different answer. It is really like the heart of it. um, Contributing, but really contributing where it's valued, you know? I think a lot of people, they spin their wheels contributing in communities where they're not really appreciated, they're not really heard, and they get so burned out so fast. And then they have resentment, and then they don't understand, and it's just like this big disconnection. And finding your tribe is so important. So important because, you know, there is a place for everyone. And you got to look for where it's needed, where it's appreciated, and also come with your own self-validation too, because you know, not everybody's going to validate you the same way that you need to. But community, I think that the best communities really come with, you know, when people can see like the holes of, you know, oh, I'm not good at this, you're good at that, and they can really just flip flop, trade, delegate, and come together as like the whole big picture. And that's like the most amazing thing. I I'm I'm still trying to navigate mine on the map. But it's coming together, and it's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Can I add a
I feel-
postscript?
Pardon me?
Can I add a postscript? Can I add something?
Oh, yes, of
Postscript, like a
course.
PS.
Of course.
Yeah, so you know, I love this question, and community is so important. And what really comes to me is that, you know, one way of contributing is to be a good listener, because there's so many people who are just not present, and they're not there, they're not listening. And that's when I love being in community, is when people are really present, listening to each other and waiting for people to finish talking and contributing. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to put that in.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Thank you. I feel most connected to community in conscious communities, and that's where the group came from. I was in Playa del Carmen last winter when the idea of the group came along, and I was part of a community called Conscious Co-working Community, and there was no work being done at all. But what we would do is meet every Friday and just connect with other healers, practitioners, coaches. And it was just this beautiful, like everybody that I met, I was like, oh, I need to be friends with you. Oh, I need to be friends with you. Oh, I need to be friends with you. And there would be a chef that would come in and cook for us. And it was just this incredible experience. And as I was leaving Mexico in March, I was feeling a little bummed, like, oh, you know, how am I going to find these people in Vancouver? Do they exist? A little bit like you, Emilia, like, do these people even exist where I am? I didn't even know. And so then Amos, who Sana talked about, was my leader at the time and was teaching me how to build these communities online. And I thought, I should build my own conscious community. And everyone that I've met and everyone that has integrated into the community has just been just so wonderful and beautiful and interesting, and it just adds so much flavor to my human experience. So I'm really grateful for that. Okay, the next question is the tricky question of the day. So Sue, we're going to start with you just so you're prepared. What's the one thing that you would not share at the Thanksgiving table? Food, stories, or opinions? So this is just for fun, but be honest and, you know, share what it is that you would not want to share.
I'm pretty much an open book because I share just about everything. But I also know that I don't share it in every community. Um, what would I not share? Um, I may not share at the because of my family, I may not share the depth that I go into ChatGPT, that's for sure, because they just wouldn't understand that. Yes, because I have someone who's coming who just is absolutely terrified of AI, and I'm like, okay, if I go there, it'll just stir up a big pot. So yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
maybe not.
trigger for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's very nice of you then to hold your love inside for the day.
Well, I will still share my love, but maybe not my depth of.
Not your love for ChatGPT, just your love for everything else.
That's right. I am gate 10, the love of life. I think you do too, Melanie, if I'm not mistaken, right? Right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Awesome. Beautiful. Sana, please go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I am also very open, extremely open person, but I do have my secret things I don't share, including what's happening between chat and me, like with Sue. I wouldn't like, but that doesn't matter what day of the year it is. It just like stays between me and also some other things. I'm very private. I never share, and I want it to be like that. But we don't have Thanksgiving here in Finland, but I lived in Canada and I lived in the States, so I have been part of it. I am not the bestest of cook, and I would not, if it was my boys, then fine, I can create something because they know my cooking. But if I had guests, I would get a chef or I would outsource it to someone else to create a beautiful meal and I can set up the table nicely.
That's awesome. I love it. Emilia.
Oh man, the dinner table is a funny place for me and where I go home. I love like traditional Indian wear. So like I don't even care. I'll just wear it whenever, wherever, because it's beautiful. And last Thanksgiving, I walked in and my brother said something really terrible. He looked at me and he told me, wrong version. And I was just like, are you serious? So I don't share my depth. I don't share my love of culture. I don't share a lot of that stuff just because they don't get it. They
Mm,
don't get it. I it's funny that what came up for me with all the chat GPT things is in the depth, something that I wouldn't be able to share really deeply at the table would be I think that we're God's AI. I think
mm.
that we're like but it's like not an artificial intelligence, it's an authentic intuition. And I would not be able to say that in front of my family and them get it at all. They'd be like, okay, hippie, in your Indian clothes and your Bollywood music.
I love it.
Bye. Yeah. They would be like, oh my gosh. So yeah, something deep like that. Like I get it. I really do like that kind of sacredness that we just go like rabbit holing into ourselves and that we channel and that brings so much value to our work because it's connected to like a divine source, that with the general programming, I think of what most of us go back home to, we end up sitting there invisible. So this is the real table where we get to be ourselves. But yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. When I signed up for school, I had my daughter here, one of my best friends, and I told them, if I sign up for the school, I'm gonna kind of get way out there. Are you like ready for that? And they were like, yeah, go for it. But every once in a while we'll have a discussion. They're like, yeah, okay, like that's enough.
I get
That's
that.
enough of that.
I get that. They all look at me like I am crazy. They're like, okay, all right. Like my daughter, she needed some dental work done. And I was like, I don't want her to get that type of dental work done because each tooth is connected to an organ and it's like a long-term decision. And my dad's like, she needs the thing though. And I'm like, but let's get a second opinion.
I
No,
love it. I love
banished. I'm banished.
it. I love it. Yeah, totally can relate. And the one thing that I would not share at the Thanksgiving dinner, this is going to be shocking to most of you, is pumpkin. I hate pumpkin. I have never liked it. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I don't like pumpkin nothing. Not even pumpkin scented candles, which I know are selling like billions of worth of pumpkin everything. But no, pumpkin is not for me. No, thank you. And yeah, I would keep my woo a little bit tamer. I try to adjust to my audience. I try to match their level of woo-woo-ness. Danae, please.
Well, I know I chickened out of being first, but as soon as you asked the question, the answer came to me because you said food, and I didn't. Oh, yeah. So I wouldn't share turkey. I mean, it's very traditional, but we're vegan. So
Yes.
I wouldn't share turkey. And Amelia, you would be so welcome to dress up in your Indian garb. We'd love it, you know.
I'm coming.
We welcome woo woo at our table. The other
We're all
thing,
coming then.
yeah. The other thing too that I might not share is just my concern. My husband has been dealing with prostate cancer, and he's almost at the end of the treatment. But the treatment, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't go the pharmaceutical route, but that's what he chose. And he's a different person. He even admits that he's a different person. It's been challenging for him and for me. And yeah, so I wouldn't share my concern with my kids about that because I'm hoping that, soon he'll be back to his old self.
I hope so for you and him as well. I know that can be a real big challenge, particularly in the person that means so much to you, to have their choices be different than yours. And so it sounds like you're supporting him with everything you have.
The best I can. 50 years and plus.
Beautiful. Well, I hope many people do adopt your no turkey at the table, only because turkeys are so cute. Hopefully they'll pick a vegan option, a vegetarian option, or anything else. I know I don't really like turkey, so I don't usually make it, but my daughter, she loves it, so she might make it. We'll find out. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You got to know these beautiful souls a little bit better today. Reach out to them, make a friend. I know Sana and Sue have groups as well, so if you want to be interviewed in their groups, please let them know. They'll be so happy to have you. And just thank you all for being here. It's always such a pleasure to have everyone together. Awesome, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for hosting.